approach is web shell. It's a nice little payload.
Yeah, so here again, so web shells, a lot of APTs especially like to install a backdoor, and backdoors often come in the form of web shells because if you have a public-facing website, there's a possibility of being able to drop your own code in if you have an owned exploit, and I'll give you an example. Proxy logon again. The Exchange server, a lot of Exchange servers have open IIS as well to the internet for maybe your county has a county website and you serve it through IIS, and that's public facing, and maybe it's connected to your Active Directory. So that's their foothold. They had proxy logon, they got in and they installed a web shell through Hafnium. Hafnium did this through the web shell that we would see was China Chopper, and there are ways of identifying if China Chopper was on your system. One of the things that you can look out for with this kind of thing is oftentimes dropping these files, and in this example here I have web shell exploit.php. It's not going to be called that probably. It's going to be called something benign, and in this case all the hacker has to do is run a little parameter with his web browser and get right into the network. And back to what I was saying, what you can do is, as an administrator, monitor your logs, understand when administrative access is being utilized, because it generally takes administrative access to alter what is on a web page. So that was a huge tool we used in some of the incidents where we were called in to assist with this situation. The other thing, of course, being you can see the C2 call. You can see the call to the backdoor. So in some cases, it's hard to detect, but network monitoring helps here. So that's the other piece of this is network monitoring, having a service that does network monitoring for you.
Once they've injected the backdoor, and this is where APT attacks in some ways are distinguished from most attacks, which is that it's long-term thinking. So the hidden backdoor isn't used now, it's used in the future.
Maybe 2 months from now, maybe a year from now, if you still have the same, server up and running, they'll check, ping it, see if they can get in still. It's funny because in my example here, I just have command equals let me in. Web shells now are password protected because other APT groups were using other APT groups' web backdoors, so they didn't have to do the work of exploiting. So there was infighting with the groups. So they started password protecting. So you essentially have another portal on your backdoor username password situation. It's ridiculous. It really is.
Also beware of